Skitty Snacks, I need a cutting board. I'm not sure where it's at. Yay! I need it because I don't want tater tot stuffs all over the counter. I also need to take my little tray, air fryer catcher tray, and the air fryer instead of the black one because it wasn't dishwasher safe. That's cool. Really long hair. So that one's dishwasher safe, but I haven't put it in there in a minute. So we got some crumbs up in there. It'll be okay. So instead of putting these in the rotating basket, I'm being lazy and I'm just putting her on this tray. And I really, in my heart of hearts, wanted to do this on potatoes. And when I say potatoes, I like to steam them in our multi-cooker. But I don't want to go to the store and get potatoes because the ones we have are a little bit squishy and they're growing eyes. So tater tots it is. Hopefully it still has the same nutritionally better for you, since I'm pretty sure these have been cooked and chilled. So here we go. I'm gonna get these going. We're on, of course, 2 different circuits. See all that stuff that fell off? I didn't want that on the counter. So we're gonna air fry. Most of these say instructions for this or tell you 360 for 9 to 10 minutes and shake it halfway through. We don't have baskets. So I'm gonna hit the air fry button and we're gonna do 10 minutes and check it. Probably won't be on here that long. And I didn't change the temperature because I'm awesome like that. Okay. Excuse me. Let me tell you what we're making. One, I'm your weird friend. I do say weird things. I don't always say what the captions say that I say though. We got a couple of circuits in our kitchen. So if you live in an older house, you might have the same problem. This one's on a breaker, that one's on a breaker, and the microwave across the room, this is going in, is also on the same breaker as this. I know you needed to know all that. So we have to do this in stages. That's cool. It can run. The cheese usually doesn't take very long on sauce because we don't make a ton of it. Now if you had a whole lot of cold milk going in there, and it would take a while longer because it's going to heat it up. But it shouldn't take that long. Trying to figure out this food situation. So, to keep this from completely drying out in the microwave, I'm gonna throw some sauce in there. This is my favorite sauce. So, we just bought a pound of pulled pork from our favorite local barbecue place because we had barbecue for lunch the other day when I reheated my fries. And we bought extra so that we could be lazier or not have a super planned out meal because I don't want to go to the grocery store. I'm just keeping it real, telling you the truth. Just like I did not want to go get potatoes at the Dollar General. I don't want to leave the house. Sometimes I'm okay with it. Today I'm not. So, here we are. I like to do like a 3-to-1 or a 2-to-1 ratio for the cheese situation that I usually also weigh. I'm sorry, I should have prepped this before I hit the button to go. So, we're gonna have, this is like what, semi-homemade? This is not homemade. That is bought at a restaurant, that store-bought and already cooked. And we are not making our cheese. But we are making the cheese sauce. So we're just combining all the ingredients for a delicious, cheesy tater tot barbecue bowl or plate. Probably a bowl, because we're gonna have the cheese sauce. So, when I'm telling you my cheese ratio, I like to do white American. And I'll typically do 3 to 4 ounces to 1 to 2 ounces of a more flavorful cheese. So if you like pepper jack or you are spicy, go right ahead. That's why I do it would probably be a 3 or 4 to 1 with pepper jack because I am a pansy when it comes to spice. Like black pepper is hot to me, y'all. So my husband will laugh at me every time. It hits me in the throat and it burns and I don't like it. It also burns my mouth. Like barbecue chips sometimes do. Anyway, so I get all my cheeses ready-ish. This is an onion and ranch, green onion and ranch cheese. We get it at a local store. Oh, geez, now. I know, but we'll use it. It's local to us. It's an American-made store. Shake my knife at you. This is the Williams Cheese Co. in Linwood, Michigan, in case you want to find this here locally, I guess. Hopefully, I'm going to try to cut like an ounce-ish. And then I'm going to help it along by cutting it a little bit more. And the good news is you can't tell if it's moldy because it's got green stuff in it. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I mean, you probably, well, I guess if it got a big old spot, you could probably tell otherwise. It might actually be difficult. So, all this to say, I'm going to measure my cheese. Weigh. I'm going to weigh my cheese, and then half of whatever the cheese is in ounces, I will weigh my lactose-free milk. I know this has lactose in it. I have lactose issues. I ignore the lactose issues that are probably not pleasant for other humans around me. However, I love cheese. I like a little bit of coffee in my latte full of milk and sugar. Dairy is life. And I absolutely love it. Let's put that on the other side so we're not as cluttery. And I'm no trash. So, if you notice, the scale almost always has a ring on it because I weigh my milk every morning for the lattes. Because we kind of have it down to almost science on exactly how much milk, espresso, syrup, and chocolate will go in there. Hands are a little bit frozen. Sticky. They go into it to fit in a 16-ounce cup. So it's 11.36 ounces by weight. That's what we do. There's almost like always, because our carafes, we only have 3. I use 3 every morning. They're almost always wet coming out of the dishwasher. So we're weighing this cheese. It's 3.84 ounces, so I need 1 to 2 of this, depending upon my ratios. I got 5.26, so I'm gonna do 2.5. I'm gonna do a little more than 2.5 of this because I want it to be pourable. So depending upon Shyster, I'm gonna clear that. I'm just gonna do 2.5 since I already added some. So depending upon how pourable, thick, or thin you want your cheese sauce would be how much milk you actually want to add. So that's gonna be very pourable because I got heavy-handed there at the end. Of 2.86 ounces, I added a little bit more. That would probably take it to 3-ish, which is fine. I'll just make sure that we have a bowl for all of it. I will give those a turn here in a minute. I'm going to get that in the microwave, and then when we have about 5 to 10 left on that, we will put this on. More like 5, because I want my cheese to not have a skin on it and to be freshly poured and warm. So, I'll let y'all go. Word for the live, how about, I don't know, tots. Message me the word tots, and that will enter you into this month's giveaway. There is a message in the description of our live stream message. There's a message link. You can direct message me by hitting the link. Message me the word tots, and that will enter you into this month's giveaway. Also, if you're not tuning in from the White House Food community, you can join us there where you can I'll post specials. If I'm doing anything special, like a Pay Your Age box in January that's coming to a close. What else do? I do this every week. We cook stuffs. It's not the same thing every week because that would be boring. But of course I use the tools. I use the espresso machine you can't see. That's not Pampered Chef, but I show you how we make coffee. All the things, all the time. Probably about 4 to 5 days a week. So, would love to have you. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will